it's a good raise, but see, Nichols will work it out now. Turn around and say, "Oh, well, that's it. He's going to get called." What a play!
It's aggressive stuff.
What a play! Well, he's getting cold. There's no doubt about it.
Okay, do you pass
I don't
it
know
over
if I
to me?
can.
No, it's
You
not
cover
about
me?
the
No,
look.
Yeah.
because anyway.
I've got to take that end, don't worry.
Well, Jesse, first hand after Simon Zach's gone out, and we've got an all-in again, and we could be heads up after this. And the only bright spot for Nichols here, he's in the lead at the moment.
Biggest putt of the day.
Well, it's hard to see how Yakman could fold this, Greg Fish. I think
It's
he just
called
wants
already.
To,
I'm sure he called already.
I think he just wants to take his time and make sure this is the right decision. But
I thought he called already. Sorry,
1990s,
my apologies. We can't fold anyway, so.
it's an amazing situation because they both got basically the same chip stacks, and that means that the winner obviously will go into the heads up basically even with Broadhurst, and the loser out in third. So it's basically a decision for everything, but Nichols has taken the decision off him.
Well, the thing is now, if he thinks he's got aces or kings, then he can fold his ace-king. If he thinks he's got any other hand from coins downwards, then he's got to call. With the amount of chips in the middle, in relation to with his stack, then he's got to call. I thought it was an automatic call for him anyway. I thought he actually did
You
call.
look very relaxed. You must have kings or aces.
You see, this is what he's thinking. He's trying to get a read on him now. Now, really, Anthony's just put his head down and keep quiet, because this player could obviously play, and he's going to try and pick
I
up
have a good
something.
hand.
I mean, Yakman's obviously taking this seriously because the tournament's on the line, but I don't think in any good conscience, the way this is come down, Greg Fish, that
What's he got left? How much is
he'll
Yakman
have
got left?
100 left, I think, if he
It's
folds.
still pliable. It's still pliable. If he's got ace or kings, then he can lay it.
Short-handed. I can't fold. Call.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Nichols is actually going to be quite delighted to see the ace king because, you know, the way
Yeah,
Yakman
pair.
has exactly. It looks like it could have been a pair. Pair versus the overcards, and
Well, I'm terrified. I don't know about them, Tom. Sitting in, I don't know what to do.
Been overturned once, the force.
Sorry?
They've stood up once tonight. They've been overturned.
you know, I like what Nichols has done here because
Who's all in here, Jesse?
he showed he was here. He's coming here to win. Played it very aggressively. But,
5 on the flop.
you know, this is just going to be down to
5 on the
Greg Fish, who the deck likes right now.
There you
Oh,
go.
first card out,
And
instant
Tony
service.
Nichols.
5 on the
Five's out,
Yak-
and
yeah.
It's going to be all over.
although Yakman's battled like a trooper all day, he's almost dead now. So unless he's going to get a running straight, he's gone. And
You
yeah,
gotta
man.
like this. There's a straight there.
hold up,
The
Jesse.
deuce.
We have got 4 live 2s in the deck here, and if one of them happens to come now, then Yakman's going to double up, and Nichols will be almost out.
Yeah, he's gotten out of jail once before tonight, Yakman.
Well, Nichols done a celebration hand wave, so no, he's held. It made him sweat on the river.
Good
But
luck, good luck.
It's been a pleasure to watch this Jan
Jesus,
Peter
I'm sweating
Yakman
that deuce
tonight,
there.
Greg Fish. 2 left, and you know what they say, some days it's chicken and other days it's feathers. Dave Broadhurst has had a roast dinner with all the trimmings this evening, and he has done well. Spectacular to build his stack to half the chips in play. But you can't imagine Anthony Nichols building a bigger hen house with the feathers he's been dealt this evening. And Greek Fish, 2 different roads, but 2 guys who have done nothing but try their hearts out this evening.
yeah, we've got a worthy final in the end, but you could have said that about any of the 6 here. They've all been fantastic, but Nichols has played his hands very, very strongly, and Broadhurst has completely mixed his game up, and it's going to be a great final.
You can see by the stats, the bet frequency, of course, the big difference. And it has been a different Dave Broadhurst. And that extra arsenal to his game, playing lots of hands, has really paid dividends.
Yeah, I don't know where he's been in his previous since his previous tournaments, but he's a different player today, and no one could begrudge him being in the final. And as you said, his bet frequency is huge, 43%, and he's won more hands than Anthony Nichols. But I've got a feeling we're going to see a lot more aggression now we're heads up.
Yeah, I mean, Nichols has like he's worked with everything he had, and you have to think that you know, he has the game to really open it up here.
It does seem that way.
Raise to 16,000 total.
Re-rise.
Re-raise?
Oh,
This
come
is-
on, lovely,
5,000 more.
lovely.
This is a feature of the different Dave Broadhurst. Take the pot quick and clean if you can. And
Both players have done it, Jesse. They're both re-raised with the ace. But Nichols looks like he's thinking of a call here.
you like the fact that because the blinds are only 3 and 6,000, and we've lost 4 players this level, you know, you've got a situation where there's a raise, there's a re-raise, and there's still plenty of play for the flop, turn, and river. This is hardly deep.
This is poker, and this has smacked him straight in the face, Nichols, here. He's sitting there, he's got a straight draw, and he's got second pair. Whereas Broadhurst's got top pair, top
30,000.
kicker, and there's going to be action here, Jesse.
But we could see all the chips flying.
I'm on it.
All in.
He's going to get called. He's going to well up ages, but he has to call here. What's he
It's
putting?
a massive raise. I mean, these guys were basically even in chips before this. Nichols has raised them a lot.
Saying that, you're right, Jesse. He doesn't have to call this. I'm just
Jeez, I
thinking,
think he's
look,
raised them 200 and change. I mean,
well, looking at this, because well, what can he beat? Let's get. He could think he's got the best hand right now, Broadhurst. I'm sure he does think he's got the best hand.
Cool.
Call.
I think it's a great.
And he's made the call.
It's a brilliant call.
He thinks he's drawing.
I mean, he had to consider that Nichols could have had an overpair there. I mean, it
Yeah.
could have been a slow played overpair, couldn't it have? The steel man. I mean, he did not break, and Nichols has got outs, but there's 580,000 in this pot, Greekfish, and the winner of this is likely to be going to the semifinals.
Well, it depends. If it's Broadhurst, then he is going to make it, because he's got the bigger chips, I think, at the moment. But he's got to avoid a 5, an 8, and what else, Jesse? 7? Yeah, and a 7.
That's the
And
story.
Nichols is slightly ahead on chips, so he's not going to be out if he loses this pot, but it'd be as good as out. And we've got the river to come, Jesse.
Yeah, 2 8s, 4 7s, 3 5s. That's it. 4-1 against Anthony Nichols here. Or Broadhurst is going to have a massive, massive lead.
And Broadhurst holds up.
Yeah, 9's work.
And he holds up. And he'd be delighted inside. And poor old Anthony Nichols there. It was a semi sort of bluff. He knew if he run into a big hand that he had outs, but unfortunately for him, he's missed.
He's played this game like a battering ram, Anthony Nichols, and full on every time. And Broadhurst, I mean, what an amazing call. It wasn't the easiest call in the world, really.
He made it look very easy in the end, but I mean, his opponent must have had a draw. That's the only thing I could have, put him on if I'm sitting in his seat there. And he's read it right. He's called, and he's got his reward. The best hand won. But Anthony Nichols now, he's got a chip and a chair, as they say, 20,000. He's going to be all in 3 or 4 hands running, he's hoping.
239.
It was kind of amazing. I guess sometimes intentions mean a lot more than situations, Greekfish. I mean, you're thinking even stacks, very small blinds, but, the hands that were out. And Nichols, I think, had so much adrenaline pumping that... these guys played a 580,000 pot. I mean,
Jesse, I think you've just summed that up brilliantly. I think that's exactly what happened. He's overplayed it.
Raise.
But
well, he might feel like that now, but this is how he only got here because he had to overplay a couple hands. He ain't seen much in the
Agreed.
ways of pairs and flops, has he?
I totally agree. But the way he was looking at it, he's got a pair, he's got a draw, and even if he's facing a pair of aces, he's still got plenty of outs. And he tried to win the pot, and he never got lucky, and there's nothing to it. apart
Yeah,
from
I
that.
mean, Nichols all in here with the 8 deuce Greekfish. The fact is, mathematically, he's going to have to. He just had to take a flop with anything,
Yeah,
and it's going to be. We'll have to win a couple pots on the trot.
well, that's what
before
we'd
he
be
starts
hoping.
thinking about having a hand.
Yeah, and it's not helped in the flop, and it's not given many possibilities. He's drawing to a 2 or an 8 at the moment, and that's the only thing that helps.
He's done well here tonight, Nichols, but Broadhurst has been kind of in a
spade as
class
well.
by himself.
He needs a 2 or an 8, which is not a spade, and Broadhurst is on the verge of taking this heat down.
Steelman, semis.
Lovely. Cheers.
Yeah, an excellent performance by both players here tonight, and Stillman the worthy winner, I think, in the end.
It is Dave Broadhurst through
He's the last man into the first semifinal.